Welcome back to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I am the Loner Ranger. Been in the mortgage business for 32 years. I've helped more than 9,000 families save money by purchasing or refinancing real estate. And I'm still going strong, my friends. I'm here to help you save money, here to help you understand the mortgage process. How can you get in the market? And right now we're talking to Chase Woodburn, my son, who became a homeowner. We talked in the last segment about how he started his journey, getting out of college, making sure his credit was in good shape, researching loan programs that were best suited for his needs, discovered that there were options for FHA and conventional loans, and how he was able to use border income to help him qualify. So, Chase, welcome back on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So, I just kind of recapped from the last segment. So, you were able to use border income. Now, why did you use border income?
I used border income because my income on its own was not quite enough for the price range I was looking at.
So, the income that you were making with your job didn't qualify you for the amount of house that you really wanted or needed to buy.
Correct. Exactly.
So you were, that was either mom and dad co-signing or you finding another avenue.
Exactly.
And was mom and dad willing to co-sign?
No.
No, they weren't. I don't co-sign. All right. So, and again, I also didn't buy him his first car. I make my kids buy their own car. That's the type of dad I am. I think that, but look at this kid is so responsible and loves his house. He becomes a gardener now. Like, he tells me about gardening and painting his house. I mean, this is pride of ownership.
Exactly.
So you used border income because you didn't qualify, but you accidentally did it right. So who's ever listening to this now that wants to become a homeowner and maybe a little short of income knows that if they have roommates, then they should be the one collecting all the rents and paying the landlord directly.
Right. That's the big thing. Make sure that you are taking the initiative, pay your landlord on time, and pay your landlord yourself.
Right. So you collected all three other tenants' rent, and you had to accumulate that, and you had to prove that when you got the mortgage that you had done it for at least 12 months, and you averaged that.
Correct.
Then you could take the new house that you wanted to buy, and you weren't going to have three roommates. You were only going to have, what, two or one?
Just one.
Just one. So you took that, say, $500 a month that he was paying you, and you could use that to offset your debt ratio that allowed you to get into the house that you wanted to buy.
Right. So, and a lot of people my age, you're not starting a family yet. So, maybe having a roommate's a good idea anyway. Offset the payment. What I do is I take my roommate's payment and I put it towards the mortgage on top of that. So I'm putting an extra $450 towards my principal balance every month.
Well, that's pretty impressive because you are following my Leapfrog program on how you can amass wealth. Now, I like that. I like that a lot. And I never want you, when you're renting property, to scrape your rents off for your own personal use. It always goes toward your next purchase. Now, you've owned a home. You've had it now for almost a year.
Almost a year.
You bought it for $245.
Correct.
You got the seller to pitch in a little bit in closing costs for you. Okay. You got a minimal down payment program with a reduced interest rate and reduced mortgage insurance.
Correct.
Okay. Now we're a year from now, and you now looked at what your value of your home is worth right now. So you paid $245. What's it worth right now?
About $280.
It's worth about $280. So we've got about $35,000 in equity, and it's not even quite a year later.
Not even a year.
Not even a year later.
I bought it in June. So.
Okay. So first of all, are you recommending to young people to follow those footsteps?
I enthusiastically recommend it, right?
So now here's the thing. Chase is now a fully licensed loan officer. You've been on my team for a year. You've gotten all the training and screaming at from dad to make sure you do it right,
Yep.
right? So are you pretty confident that you are proficient in helping somebody get through this process?
Oh, definitely. I've helped multiple people already use the exact same program that I did, and they all love it.
Right. So here's somebody that not only talks the talk, but walk the walk. So if you are a first-time home buyer, if you are a parent with a young adult, if you are a grandparent with young adults, then let's help them in. Look, you can call Chase directly at the office, okay? You can call, first of all, you can always call my cell phone at 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or webringyouhome.com. Or if you want to reach Chase at the office, call the office at 407-869-8830. That's 407-869-8830. Ask for Chase. Chase will help you. He'll walk you through the program. And like he said, he's enthusiastic about it, right? Because he did it. He accomplished that goal. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or webringyouhome.com. So, okay, now we graduated from college. We researched the programs. We saved the money. You bought the home. You used the border income. You're now profiting about $400 a month over and above your mortgage payment. You're putting that towards your mortgage payment. You got $35,000 in less than a year in equity already built in. If that doesn't encourage young people to buy a home, I don't know what would.
Well, here's something else that's important. My mortgage payment's about $1,300.
Okay.
Name one place where you can rent a 3-bedroom for $1,300 in Orlando.
Yeah,
you can't do it.
It'd be pretty hard to do. Matter of fact, it'd be extremely hard to do. But let's just say that regardless of that, look at the amount, like in your job.
Right.
Okay. And we don't have to tell anybody how little Dad's paying you right now. Okay. But in your job, were you able to save $35,000?
No.
Not even close. Not even close. It practically doubled your annual income.
Yeah.
It practically doubled your annual income. All right. So I put that in perspective because this is not smoke and mirrors, you guys. This is the real deal right here. And I'm proud of him for following those footsteps. But now, what's the next step for you?
The next step for me is I'm saving up again. I love the house I'm in. You said not to love it too much, but I do love the house. I'm saving up. My next plan is that I'm going to buy another house in a couple of years here. Maybe move out away from the UCF area, and get some more wealth under my belt and pay off this house. So, well, let's just follow that step. So let's just say it may be 2 years, it may be a year. It may be the end of this year. You don't know what, but your desire is to purchase another home. Exactly.
And then what are you going to do with the house you have? You're going to sell it?
I'm going to rent it.
You're going to rent it. So you're already profiting $400. What do you think you could get for rent on that house?
Oh, easy. I could probably get $1,600 rent.
Okay, so you can get $1,600. Your payment's $1,300. Right. So you got $400 in rent. Now, what would you do with that $400 profit?
I'm putting it right towards the principal.
So you're putting that toward the principal, and then you're going to buy another house, and you're going to live. What are you going to do with that house?
I'm going to live in it for a couple more years, and then do the same thing, rent it out.
Okay, so why do you do that rather than waiting for 5 years to save 20% down on a $300,000 house?
Rent increases faster than anything else I could do.
Then you could save the money.
Exactly.
So you'll never be able to save 20% to do an investment property, or it'd be tough to do, but it's easy to save another 3 or 5%. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, under this program, your next property, you need to put 5%.
I need to put the 5. So,
or you could do an FHA loan for 3.5.
I could, because it's going to be my primary residence the whole way down.
So you're only going to buy primary, keep it for a year to 3 years, rent it, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again.
Ad nauseum. Yep.
Ad nauseum. So what we're going to do is we're going to accumulate that wealth over a long period of time, and you're going to then live off. And how long will it take you to have all, like, say, 5 houses paid off?
I'd like to do it in 15 years.
You'll do it in 17 years. That's how long it's going to take. We'll be back with more of the Loner Ranger Show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Go to webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com, or 407-706-3313. If you have questions for Chase Woodburn, he's the first-time home buyer. He knows the programs inside and out. We'll be back in 5 minutes.